What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Hungary for Success with the FoggyPlays on FM21. Today we're taking on Ujpest and let me just get the Schenkengia in the Champions League. Should be quite a comfortable victory in the Champions League, I would imagine, but we're going to play it irregardless because anything can happen. If you missed yesterday's episode, then you won't be aware of what has happened in the transfer window. It's been busy on the outs, not so much on the ins. We've kept ourselves somewhat controlled this summer for players coming in, but we've gone a bit mental in selling. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Any interaction makes a massive difference to the channel. It seems that YouTube enjoys interactions, and I do too. So leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Like I said in the intro, if you missed yesterday's episode, definitely go and watch that before you watch this episode, because some of these players you'll never have heard of before. Some of them, no, you'll definitely have not heard of any of them. I don't think I've mentioned any of their names in the series before, but this game should be comfortable, should be quite easy. I was actually looking at the squad leading up to this, and there was a player, I think it was this guy, 54 under 21 caps. This guy's played a lot of under 21 football, not an awful lot of full international games, but this should be a very, very easy game. One thing I didn't actually check was, has anyone moved up? No. So nobody has moved up to the icon list. Still myself and Carlsberg are the only current players, or current humans active in the series that are legends. We did actually have an offer from Carlsberg, or for Carlsberg, but nothing came of it because I rejected it. I wanted like 40 million, and I think it was a club from Qatar. They were like, no thank you. So Fuskas is on the favoured personnel, but that is all at the moment. Our average ticket price has increased by £1. Average season ticket price, I think it's gone up a little bit as well. And the season ticket holders is up to 1400-ish, but we still have a little bit of time before that number is sorted. One thing I did forget to mention in the last episode is, okay, well, we're looking for a senior affiliate. That was just because I was clicking a bunch of buttons and they were like, yeah, we'll get a senior affiliate, and the team that are making it to the Europa League semi-final season after season, but we'll try and get a senior affiliate. Don't you worry about that. We are actually looking to build a new stadium, which would be 18,352 seats. That's fantastic. We could actually get ourselves a stadium named after ourselves, which that would be nice. I didn't actually have to ask for this one, so that's quite nice. But we are going into this game against Ujpest in pretty good position. Kind of unrelated, nobody really cares about, but I'm going to say it anyway. We did bring in some new staff, and Thomas Rosicki is our director of football now, so that's fantastic. But he's our director of football, doesn't really do anything to begin with, so it's fine. But for this game against Ujpest, we're starting with Perez in goal, Thorson and Mayer as our wing-backs, Neary and Medina in central defence, Kwasi and O'Neill in central midfield, Gilmar and Mary as our wide men, Grodum and Fuskis starting up front. No new debutants for this match. Neary is actually, I think Neary's making his debut. No, Neary's played one league game previously, so no debut for him, but he is the only change from what you would have seen last season. The bench does have some extra players on it that you wouldn't have seen last season, signings that were brought in recently and or last season, like Markovic, Imre Lazar, who I'm very excited about, and Charmosta, who I think would be quite a decent striker. Sorensen, not fit for today's game. Carlsberg, also not fit for today's game. Our 3 Faroese players, not fit for today's game. So, disappointing. We also signed a Faroese fitness coach, I think. So, we're maybe in Hungary, but we're pushing Faroese football forward a little bit at the same time. So, I'm quite excited by that because Faroe Islands is such a random country to get players from. We have 3 in our first team, and we have a coach, which I quite like. I quite like going for countries that have just just random countries. Like I have a Sudanese striker in the team, Saeed Awad. I've been pushing for him to get for a first team place, and it's just not been very good. But I do like signing players from countries that you wouldn't expect players to come from, or like you wouldn't expect good players to come from. Mayer gets the ball clear, and Mary picks it up. Finds Fuskus, even though it was a tackle. Fuskus gets clear and shoots wide. Okay. Michael Grodum is probably going to struggle to get as many games this season as he did last year. He has not really progressed as much as I would have hoped he would have. O'Neill, just wide. Mark O'Neill, interestingly, actually played a couple of international games during the summer. Scored, I think it was a brace, might have been a hat-trick against somebody. That was quite exciting to see. Gilmer's through. What a save by Hudvagner. Still, Hungarian #1 goalkeeper. Plays pretty much every game. Just because he's really, really good. But the Ujpest team does have a number of ex-players of ours in it. Hudvagner being one. Josefin, a player we had on trial for a little while, who I didn't think was ever going to be good enough to play for us. Smashing him for Ujpest. Grodum, what a goal. What a goal. From the man I was saying at the start of the match, probably was going to struggle to get first team football because we have 2 strikers behind him who are either sitting on the bench or are not fit to play. He was like, no, today I'm smashing a goal in. They also have Suarez at centre-back, Fenyo as their right winger, who was a player we brought in and then shipped out before we even gave him really an opportunity. Sent him out on loan and then sold him. And then they bought him from... We sold him to a German club. I don't remember who we sold him to, but he made his way back. And that is all that matters. Fuskus is having a poor game up front. Rashid Mayer and Mary both struggling a little bit today as well. I'm kind of thinking that this is like Mary's opportunity to prove that he should be in the first team. Not really showing it so far. Perez is definitely going to have competition this season from Matinga, because Matinga had a little bit of an explosion of ability in the summer, so I'm kind of leaning towards him potentially getting a lot more game time this season. He only played 1 game in the league last year, but he was really kind of our cup goalkeeper. I think that's how it's going to work this year. Fenyo never going to score from there. I do think it's going to be a case where we probably play Matinga as our cup goalkeeper, but he was wanted. Gilmer's been hacked down, and our right back Thorson steps up to take it. Matinga was wanted by, surprise, Arsenal. Thorson puts it down the middle, and Hudvagner is hoodwinked. Does that work? Not really, but that's what we're going with. We're gonna actually. I didn't even think we need to make some substitutions. Okay, so Mary, you can come off for. We'll pop Grodum out there. Chamastora or Kramosta is going to come on. I'm going to say his name wrong so many times. We don't have a left back on the bench. Fantastic. Imre Lazar can come on for Gilmer just to give him his debut. And I am going to... No, we'll leave it. Markovic will come on at some point. But for right now, he's just going to have to sit on the bench. Just keep the bench warm for Kwasi. Kwasi is the one coming off. He's booked, he's tired, he's not playing fantastically. Kwasi is on as a Mazzella, even though he's a defensive midfielder by nature. But we are just going to push on, see what we can do. O'Neill with the corner. Neary, with the header. Kramosta puts it in the back of the net on his debut. That is just what you want to see. That's Grodom kind of going, this isn't good. Grodom did randomly just get the left winger position. Never actually, I played him there twice for maybe like 20 minutes each. What a tackle by Medina. But yeah, he just kind of, I was training him to be a complete forward. He just learned how to be a left winger. It's fine. That is fine. 3-0. Comfortable result against Ujpest, one of the teams that are expected to be up and about with us at the top of the league. Haven't really done anything today to show us that they could potentially do that. But it's fine. We are going to be top of the league because we have the best goal difference, because we are the best team in the division. Actually, where are Ujpest expected to finish? I haven't actually had a proper look at the table. I know we're favourites to win it. I think Fervar are expected to finish second. But there's been transfers since the last time I checked. So, season preview, we are expected to win. Ujpest are actually expected to finish 7th. Fervar, Ferencváros, MTK, Puskás Academia, Hanvi. They always say Depression. Like, they're always like, Depression are going to struggle. And Depression always, most of the time, some of the time, do pretty okay. I'm kind of surprised by that. But we will be back in just a second for the second leg against that Macedonian side that we are playing in the Champions League, whose name I cannot pronounce. So we will be back for that in just a second. Right, fellas, so we have arrived at the second leg of our qualifier against Shenjia. I don't speak Macedonian, so unfortunately I don't know what that is or how to pronounce it. But if we continue after we beat them 4-1 in the first leg, we'll take on Basel or Maribor in the next round, which would be quite nice. As you can see, Ferencváros have actually continued their good run at the end of last season by beating Nordsjælland 2-0. So this is going quite well. I think all the Hungarian teams are still in Europe, so we've definitely done quite a good job to get everyone to where we are at the moment. But as I said, in the first leg, we won 4-1. Carlsberg scored a brace. Charamosta and Shigi, who is the right back who I signed 2 years ago, was it? Yeah, I signed him 2 years ago. 3 years ago nearly. Never played him. Sent him out on loan for a little while. And he came back and scored on his debut. So that was quite nice. Not playing today though. So, that's just how it do be sometimes. And then against Depression, we won 3-2. Carlsberg with yet another goal. Imre Lazar scoring his first goal against his old club. And Fuskes also getting a cheeky little goal. Robert Simon did score against us. I was quite happy with that, to be fair. I'm not going to complain. Toki Sorensen also made his debut in that game. Didn't look very effective, but it's fine. I'm not going to complain too much. So for this game, we are making some changes because we have just a little bit of tiredness creeping into the squad and some unregistered players, which is fine. We've also done we've done signings. We've done signings and we've sold players. Completely forgot about that. We've signed 3 players. Kehinde Lawal is a goalkeeper from Slavia Prague. Just because he was so cheap, came up, he was like 5-star potential. As you can see, he's 4-star potential now. But happy to get him in. He's going to be in the under-19s for just a little while, see how he gets on. We also signed, we got to Carbera next. He's also a goalkeeper. He's going into our B team. He had, again, 5-star potential. 4.5 star. It's not bad. I'll take it. He looks pretty decent. He's actually played games for Nacional as well, which is, that's quite nice. Probably going to keep him around and see how he gets on. But the creme de la creme, Mirko Krajnik, is another goalkeeper. We went mental buying goalkeepers all of a sudden. Just out of nowhere, all these goalkeepers appeared that were really good. And I was like, yes, please. So he has signed from Maribor. 2.5 star potential, 2.5 star current ability, 5-star potential from Maribor. And as you can see, he's already played on the continent. So I'm not going to complain. 17 years old. I think this guy is going to be an absolute worldie of a player. In terms of players that have left, a couple of players have gone out on loan, and Tinoco did join Arsenal 1.6 million. As you can see, value has rocketed up. He's now wanted by New England on loan. So he's gone to their under 23s. That's fantastic for him. But for this game, we are starting with Perez in goal. Thorsten and Mayer as our wing backs. Medina and Neary swapping positions because Neary's heading is better. His jumping reach is better, but his heading is horrendously wayward. So Medina, we know, is good at heading the ball or from corners. He's going to get to start as the right centre back. Kwasi and O'Neill in central midfield. Lazar and Carlsberg as our wingers. Kramosta and Fuskis starting up front. So we have an all Czech strike force for today's game. Quite happy with that. Lazar, we're going to actually try him as an inverted winger because that's what he did against Debrecen. When he played a game earlier. I don't remember which one it was. As an inside forward, he just seemed to be kind of, I'm not going to say lost, but just he wasn't getting as involved as I'd like him to be. So we just popped him over to inverted winger. It was a lot more effective. So I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be continued. And there you go. Medina scores from the first corner we get with him as the right centre back. He's proven that just because you've got great jumping reach, you still need to be able to head the ball. And with Neary having 18 jumping reach but 11 heading, does make it so that he's not fantastic at the old, getting the ball on the target or knowing where his headers are going to be going. Lazar bombs down the wing, and what a save by their goalkeeper. That was fantastic. Well done. Well done to their goalkeeper. That is not a save I was expecting. Normally when you see a player appear with a shot like that, generally just goes past the goalkeeper quite comfortably, but not in this instance. Thorsten crossed the ball over, but nobody can get there. Carlsberg picks it up, gets it back across. Lazar tries, and Kouassi puts it in the back of the net. Kouassi with his first goal of the season. It's only his second appearance. I think he played in the game against Ujpest, but he's just been we've a relatively big squad, so we're just kind of rotating players around. Just, giving everyone an opportunity to prove that they're capable. Carlsberg, I did notice that he's potentially considering his options. Maybe wants to go play for a bigger team. I think at this stage, I'd obviously be like, I prefer to keep him, but I don't think I could really turn around and say no, because club legend, he's been at the club for so long. I'd love for him to stay long enough for us to get him his testimonial. But if he wants to leave, I'm not going to be like, you can't go. I'll be like, do you know what? You've been here for so long, club legend. I'm more than happy to let you move on for whatever reason he wants, because maybe he just wants to try something different. Sometimes after a really long time being in a country you're not originally from, you just kind of be like, hey, maybe I want to go try what it's like in England and see how much it actually rains. And I don't know why anyone would want. I suppose it's understandable actually. Maybe he wants to go to China. Imre Lazar with yet another goal. Oh, we have acquired quite a strong number of right wingers, because we have Roy Jensen, Gilmar, and Imre Lazar. And never mind the fact that we still have Savic at the club. So we have very, very good players. And Carlsberg somehow manages to keep the ball in, but Kramosta heads over. This game is done. Right, we're 3 up. It's 7-1 on aggregate. We've scored so many goals in this away leg that they would really need to. They would need to score 7 to win this game, assuming we score no more. Fuskas, beautiful mazy run, but somehow puts it behind, or the keeper pushes it behind for a corner. My chair sank. Ball is cleared. O'Neill does pick it up. He's become quite a good player. When he signed, I was, the first couple of games he played, I was a bit like, maybe signing him wasn't our best idea. But he's actually proven to be competent, if nothing else. It's probably by the time we made some substitutions. Players are probably getting tired. Kramosta can come off for Grodem, but we're going to put Grodem as the complete forward. Neary can come off for Gatarik, and we're going to leave our substitutions at that for the time being. Just rest up some of the players. Our two centre backs have played every minute so far, so give them an opportunity to rest their weary legs. Perez pings it forward. Lazar can't get on the end of it, and now the opposition are on the attack. Medina just cleans up. Perez dinks it forward. If that's a dink, I'd love to see what a punt is. Oh, Fuskas hits the post. Oh, how did he not score there? Fuskas is one of those players, he gets quite a number of opportunities, but does occasionally hit the post or just miss an open opportunity, and it's a little bit annoying, but he is a really good player, so I'm not going to hold it against him too much. We are going to make our final change. O'Neill can come off for Johansson. We just make Kwasi the box-to-box because I think Johansson just has better attributes overall for Mazzella, I think. Although I think Kwasi is quite a good player for Mazzella in general. We only play two types of central midfielders, Mazzella's and box-to-box. So if you're not good at one, you have to be good at the other. If you're not good at either, then you're not. Why are you here? Fuskas again puts the ball wide. We've had 33 shots in this second leg, 13 on target only. If it wasn't for Fuskas putting the ball as hard and wide as he physically can, we would have won this game by a significant amount more. But we have gone through 7-1 on aggregate. Everything is fine. Basel win on away goals. Oh, Partizan have knocked out Shamrock Rovers. Partizan actually have a goalkeeper. Oh no, Ferencváros got knocked out. God damn it. Partizan have a goalkeeper I was looking at as well before we signed the Slovenian, and I was kind of considering it was twice the money though, so I was humming and hawing. But we went with the Slovenian instead. But like, to be fair, we still have 76 million transfer budget, and our wage spend is way down. We are like, they want me to spend money, but like, I'm struggling. I'm trying. They're pleased that we're trying, but they're also annoyed that we're spending money on some players. So that's not ideal. But for the next episode, we're going to be taking on Basel. Why did I say it like that? Basel. So we're going to be taking on Basel, and we might do the Honvéd game as well, because Honvéd should be an interesting game. Honvéd have quite a number of our ex-players that they've signed over the years as well, and we've already proven we can smash them in a friendly. So that has us sitting joint top of the table with Fervar and Honvéd. Depression and Ujpest struggling. Not ideal. We have 6 players who scored 1 goal in the league so far, and we've a very, very easy first round game. Again, as per usual, we're going to just throw youth at them and see what happens. But that being said, if you have enjoyed this episode, my chair is sinking in. Thank you very much for watching, fellas. I will see you. Well, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.